They're monitoring the situation. I'll wait for them to come down here on a search and rescue case. I don't care. I'm in a lot of trouble here and I know it. And he's like, well, you need to calm down. I goes, I am calm. He goes, well, you don't seem like you're calm. I go, no. I'm just not going to do what you're asking me to do. The boat stays running. I don't care anything about anything. If I see you guys starting to act weird, I'm sure the federales are on their way out here, or will be. I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So you guys act cool, I'll act cool. You start messing around. I know I've got a lot of your tuna, and I'm sitting in your basic, spot here. It was an accident. What do you want me to do? Okay, we're going to have to work together to figure this out. Right? So it kind of started like that. Now, I'm a drinker. Always have been, always will be. You might say, start drinking, kid. I said, stay calm here, right? Do my best thinking, I think. Baking. So, probably not. So, now they're trying to figure out how to get this. When I say $3 million in tuna, you're talking about 100 tons of bluefin tuna in this pen, right? They're very concerned about their catch. So when the negotiations first started, they were, okay, what happened is somebody grew a brainstem on their side. I was just reacting because I was stuck in a pen. I was the accident victim as far as I concerned. At least I told them. And so at the end of the day, they decided to bring another tuna pen alongside and tie the two tuna pins together. If you ever saw the documentary Tuna Cowboys, that's exactly what they did. I saw it and watched it go firsthand, how they transferred a catch from one tuna pen to another by side tying them and opening up a purse and getting one or two fish to go out, and the whole flock just followed. The whole school just, right? Well, the tuna pens only go 1 to 2 miles an hour. You can't drag them any faster and have them just start coming apart. So it takes a while for that all to happen, okay? So now it's probably about 4 o'clock in the morning, and so when you're out there fishing in the open ocean like that, fish are attracted to structure because bait is usually associated with structure. So that's why guys would always like to fish in and around the tuna pins. Okay? Well, I came up with this harebrained idea that the best thing for me to do is to get as many people around me as possible. So if these guys or the federales start messing with me, there's plenty of witnesses, and I have plenty of American people around me. And that was back during the time where the Mexican federales were shooting at private boaters at the Coronado Islands. They were actually shooting at them. They were causing all sorts of problems for innocent American men fishing down there that had their fishing licenses, but they were being unruly. And listen, anybody who knows anything about Mexican federales in Mexico, it's called mordita. And all they want is the money. Okay? Well, I'm in a $500,000 boat. I had $150,000 worth of gold reels and rods. All they saw was money, okay, when they showed up. So I basically started calling everybody in that I knew, right? So, and we're fishing inside, and the Asians are very upset with us. Don't fish in there, don't. I said, listen, we've been waiting here for hours, okay? We're bored to tears, we're gonna fish. Those fish are $5,000 a pop. We'll put it on the accident report and put it into my insurance, okay? We're fishing. I don't care what you say. So, the Mexicans are all laughing, right? Because I'm giving the Hefe a big hard time. I'm not playing along with this guy. We're in the tuna pen, and it's just very obvious to me that I'm in a lot of trouble with in a large boat that's stuck in a tuna pen. Well, I've got somebody's catch that's swimming around the boat that they're very concerned about. That's poured up past. At that time was about $3 million. And so, I had to determine how I was going to stay out of jail. Because the way things work down there in Mexico, if you get into trouble down there, and fortunately I had insurance on my boat and I had full coverage, but if they would have tried to arrest me to take possession of my boat, I'd sit in a Mexican jail until the insurance company negotiated it out. And as it was, it took them over 6 months to settle that whole thing. So I would have been sitting in a Mexico jail for all that time, and that kept going through my head. And I'm like, that is not going to happen with Wayde Nichols. It's just not going to happen. And so, in my time of sitting in that pen, I just was very brazen. And that's really how I got away with it, because people are used to being told what to do, and that's not me. Okay? And if I don't agree, if you keep telling me, then it's going to be a problem. And I'm just that kind of guy. I'm not going to put up with a whole lot of somebody pushing back with me. It's going to get physical. And so, I just was intent on being home on Sunday. I had to go to work. I got stuff I had to do. I had 4 dealerships, freaking boss bait tackles. I had shit everywhere. So I was going home, one way or another. And so, calling all the other boats here created ruckus. It was a diversion, and I knew it. And not only was I calling them in on an open channel on 16 to even further agitate the Coast Guard, because you're not supposed to be doing that, I just figured I'm going to get as many witnesses around me as possible, because I just knew it was going downhill. So now, as the sun's coming up, we're fishing, we're catching fish, and the Asians were very upset with me. And so they wanted me to talk to their boss on their satellite phone, who was in South Korea. And so the only way that I would agree to do that is that the terms are very clear. Because, listen, there's piracy out there. They could have taken me and held me and handcuffed me or zip-tied me until the federales showed up, and it would have went downhill real fast. So I said, okay, listen, just give me a few minutes here. Do not approach my boat with your small boat, okay? So I'm talking to them because they're about 50 feet away. Somehow I had to get across that water to their boat that's side-tied. And so I took Gary. Gary's an ex-felon. He's one of my dear buddies, and I knew he was the only one capable. Just all the rest of the guys were the captain was hiding in the corner. The other guys felt, I hung out with felons. They were all worried about going back to jail. But I knew Gary was the only one I could really count on if things got gnarly to do what I say to do, to follow my plan. So I took him down into the engine room, and on that boat, down the engine room, they have sea chests. And the sea chests on the Vikings were 10-inch hoses to keep the motors cool. And I looked at Gary and I said, hey, they want me to go over there and talk to their boss on their sat phones, and I'm willing to do it just to kind of keep the peace, but I'm going to set up the terms that you're here and they understand that you have instructions to sink this boat. If they start trying to hold me captive over there, if I don't return back here within 10 minutes, you take that sea chest right there and kick that fucking hose up, just kick it off. It'll sink this boat in 5 minutes. Just kick both of those, just kick them open and break the valves. And so I went back up on deck and I said, see this man right here? They're like, yeah. I go, if you guys try to hold me hostage and I'm not back on this boat in 10 minutes, he's going to go down into that engine room right there and kick the 10-inch hoses off the sea chest and sink this boat and call the Coast Guard, and we'll wait for a helicopter to show up. Are we clear? Oh yeah, no, you need to calm down. I am calm. I'm totally fine. But this is how it is. Boat stays running, generators on. I'll come over there. I'm back here in 10 minutes where the boat's sinking and we're calling Coast Guard. That, so now they're listening to all this chitter chatter going back and forth because I got the mic on and wide open. I'm just holding it E so they can hear it. They can hear what I'm negotiating. They can hear the resistance. So then they send a small boat over and they come and get me and I go on board, and they were actually pretty nice. And the guy on the sack told, oh, Mr. Senor Hefe, Mr. Senor Hefe, please, very expensive. I could barely understand it. I go, listen, okay, you tell your guys to act appropriately and don't try to seize my boat or don't try to hold me hostage, and I'll cooperate with you. I'm not turning my boat off, okay? That's my only out. If your guys do anything weird to me, I'm going to put this boat in gear. Whatever happens, happens. I don't give two shits, okay? It's my way or no way. Okay, just please be calm. I am calm. Everybody kept saying that to me the whole time. I'm totally calm. You're just not going to tell me what to do, okay? So everything worked out, and we went back to the boat, and I had another drink because I was a bit embarrassed, to be honest with you. After you got to work through that one, and so now we're back on the boat. We're fishing. All right, and like I mentioned to you, I got $150,000 worth of fishing rods. I have the ton of the line equipment we could buy. Okay, and so what's happening is we're fishing. These fish were between 40 and 60 pound bluefin, and when we would put our bait in the water we were fishing with like 40-pound test. The second the mono line would hit the nylon lines that kept the tuna tube circular, the second the mono would hit him, just breaks it instantly. So the Mexicans on the boat started laughing at us. Oh, big fisherman, big fishing boat, can't even catch a little 40-pound bluefin tuna on all that expensive gear. And I looked at the guy and I said, what did you say? You heard me. You guys, you can't even catch the fish with all that expensive equipment. I go, okay, all right, watch this. So I went and got my 80 white Tiagra with a 120-pound line test on it. We tied a 10-0 hook on it. Big old surf on. And again, that's back when I was really strong. And I put bait on that rod and dipped it into the water, instantly got hit, and I stood there and within 20 seconds pulled that bluefin tuna like it was a cane pole up over the rail and slammed it on the deck. And you should have seen everybody's face, including my dudes that were with me. Were like, think I can't catch fish now there, Obre? He just looked at me and goes, you're local. You're crazy you're a crazy white boy. So, hey, you said I couldn't catch it. I proved to you I could. So they kind of I started giving them beer, and because the tuna pen was still a ways out, right? So we started having camaraderie, and the Asians just got tired of arguing with me because I just kept catching fish. So I caught our lemons and put them in the back, and your own insurance claim. Bill my insurance company. We're sitting here bored to tears. Okay? So now this is probably about the third time I started drinking again. Right? And so as the tuna pin's coming up, they informed me that the Federale gunship's on its